I love playing guitar and I love music. It's my job, it's my hobby, it's everything, but maybe more than playing music and playing guitar, I love the gear part of it. Maybe you could relate. If you're here, maybe you could relate that, playing guitar is amazing, but plugging in a new pedal is equally amazing, maybe more. So anyway, every time I get a chance to, I'm like building a new pedal board. My wife came in the other day. She's like, how many pedal boards have you built? Like, haven't you figured it out by now? I'm like, get out, woman. Anyway, no, she's great. Anyway, so I have this 80s cover band, and it's super fun. It's like the most fun thing I do. And the first sort of go round, I go through eras, right? Gear eras. First thing I did was took my Plexi, my 71 Super Lead, into a Spearhead power station, and then I had pedals, and I was using that. It was a lot of plugging stuff in. So I tried some other routes. I got Axe Effects for just the effects side of stuff, and then I was carrying more stuff, more gear. I'm like, how can I just get this streamlined down a bit? So that's this era, and I built the most high-tech pedal board really that I could think of. MIDI and control, and I mean, there's just tech stuff that's not even out yet. So I'm going to show it to you and run you through my this sort of rig rundown of my pedal board that I was using for my 80s band. And this is the last time you'll see this pedal board because I'm going to tear it apart and try something else next time because that's fun. As I was editing this video, it seemed like this video was sponsored by like 10 different companies. This video is not sponsored. It's just kind of how I make videos. I blame it on the fact that I grew up reading guitar magazines and everything was an ad. So when I present gear, it's kind of my version of the guitar magazines. And it comes out as like, buy this. But if you don't buy it, that's okay. I just want you to enjoy the videos. Anyway, just letting you know. Okay, now the first thing I do when I'm putting together a rig is I go to Pedalboard Playground and I spend weeks every morning when I'm eating my breakfast. I'm like moving pedals around. This thing is the greatest ever. I love this site. They have most of the pedals you could think of. There's a couple here and there that you're missing, but you could put in a space filler. It's so helpful. So this is the first version of this rig that I put together, and I used it in a bunch of rehearsals and I used it on a couple sessions and stuff. Worked out great, but this is me taking it to my first rehearsal. Hey, it's me. I am here at the world famous Mates rehearsal studio. This is called the Gold Room. Not one of their biggest rooms, but all of their rooms are decked out so nicely with like great PA systems, and they sound great. They sound awesome, right? So I've got the backline cab here, and I brought my 71 Marshall. This is what I normally play through, is the 71 Marshall and the power station. And this is a very Michael thing to do. I brought all this stuff, right? And I forgot my guitar strap because I had taken it off earlier. So I'm using a Mate's guitar strap for now, and I'll have someone bring me one. I have no idea how this is going to sound, so it's camera audio. Hopefully this is usable. I'll record it from my iPhone too, and we'll... But here's the thing, how just freaking easy. This is everything. This is the amp, this is the preamp, this is the effects. Everything is in that one pedal board. It's just awesome. And this is a temporary board. I'm waiting for another board to show up so I can get everything I want on it, but it's a start. This is an awesome pedal that will be coming out at some point. The Royalist is the amp, and the PedalHead, well, this is the preamp. The Royalist is a preamp, and the PedalHead is the amp. And I just learned today I probably need to invest in a long speaker cable, as long as it'll go. I gotta talk to Dave Friedman and see, like, how long can my speaker cable be? But yeah, let me turn this on to the loudest setting, because at home I have it on the quieter setting. And let me get a feel for this and see what I'm doing. I'm gonna turn off all effects. It'll just be totally nude. I'm halfway up on the master, only halfway up on the master, okay? And then the Royalist is only halfway up. I'm gonna back off the gain. I'm on 1970 mode, so that's a 71 Marshall, so that's probably getting into the ballpark, right? Oh, caca. Yeah, that sounds amazing. And now that I proved to myself that the Royalist and the PedalHead could deliver the goods, it was time to build the ultimate pedal board. One of the things I realized when I started building this is I didn't have a pedal board that would fit everything the way I wanted to fit it. All of this is like a Tetris puzzle, right? I've got 5 something pedal boards in the garage, and it's crazy that I was like, none of them are right for this board. So, as luck would have it, Gator and Vertex put out a new board that actually fit perfectly. It was like, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. So that's what this is. All right, so this is the new Vertex Gator boards. It comes in this really handsome case, and that is dreamy because now, you know, I just grab and go with this. And so, oh, and then before we get that, this is where I kept all my cables and stuff like that. And there was a shoulder strap, which I guess could be helpful. So inside here, here's the pedal board. Let me take it out. So this is a double-decker, which is very nice. And there's actually room on the bottom of the pedal board to put the power supplies. But I kind of liked having it up there. Just a friend of mine mentioned, oh, you know, if something spills on stage, then your power is up. And I was like, when does that ever happen? And of course, the band we were playing with, some lady went to say hi, tripped on a cable, fell onto his board and dumped an entire drink all over his pedal board and shut it down. So it happens, I guess. Okay, so big picture thing, what I'm going for is the Royalist 2 preamp into the PedalHead as the power amp. So the whole amp is on the pedal board, more about that later. And then the Quad Cortex is only an effects processor. I'm not using any amp sims from the Quad Cortex at all. But there's a lot of power supplies happening here. So the PedalHead itself, the power amp, does not get powered off of the CHOX system. So I've got this CHOX, the DC7. The DC7. The DC7 has 7 outputs, all up to like 24 volts. This is amazing. And then there's an extension output that goes to this crux here. That is specifically to power the quad Cortex. So, how do I power the pedal head? I use an IEC splitter cable that just turns into a Y. So I could take a normal IEC cable and I plug it into here and it'll all come alive. Or will it? There it is. There it comes. I needed to push a button. Now, quick side note, I was running this into a 412. I have a 412 with casters that I leave in the garage that I just wheel out, drop in the car, and then I wheel it back into the garage. It's not that 412. That 412 was one of Eddie Van Halen's touring cabs in the 90s. My buddy Jay Gore has 2 of Eddie's cabs, and they're awesome. They're the 5150 cabs, and they got the stencils on them and stuff. But you'll be happy to know I made some good IRs of these. Yeah, I'll put some links below. It's kind of awesome. Anyway, the point I was getting to is the pedal head is the amp. And if your amp is at your pedal board, then you need a long power amp speaker cable to get back to your cab, right? So I ended up having to buy like a 20-foot speaker cable. No problem. I didn't notice any degradation or anything. I just got a Livewire Elite speaker cable. I don't know. It works. It works great. I'm playing a bar gig here. It's like, don't need to have triple gold Elite Mogami monsters and stuff and spend $500 on cables. This is great. So that's what I'm doing. I'm plugging in here, same cable. In case you don't know, one of the things about this new Wampler pedal head, the Poweramp, as well as what will be coming with the Friedman IR Load, is it has a learn function. So you press and hold learn. And it scans the cab, I guess in reverse, and gets the optimum thing. Gets the optimal thing for that particular cab. This is the guitar that I've been using live. It's a Gibson Les Paul Access. So it has a little extra cutaway here. It has a belly cut. Is that what they call that? Stock pickups, which are, I think they're burst buckers. The neck sounds great. The bridge sounds good on a lot of stuff, but it's not my best sounding guitar, but it's got a whammy bar, like Neil Schon. So, yeah, I mean, and we kind of are like 1985 and earlier 80s stuff. So it's like, yeah, this is great. And I do enjoy playing it, and it stays in tune like nobody's business. It's crazy good at staying in tune, which is the other reason that I've been using this. So this is the, like the first tone. It's the dirty side on the Royalist. Yeah, through the cab. And then I had this taped. I don't know if I'm allowed to show you this. I'm going to show this to you. This pedal is a pedal that I've been working on with Lawrence Petros, LPD pedals. Let's just take this off, shall we? All right, so this is the Spearhead. There are several, like 4 or 5 front end pedals that I typically have on my board, and they rotate in and out in the studio and stuff. Friedman Buxom Boost, EP Booster from Exotic, the Rev Tilt, the Lukather Rodenberg Boost, and all. It's like, I can't have 5 pedals before anything happens, just as like tone shaping things. So what I wanted to do is have one pedal that does all of the things that I want, and so I could just go, here's my one pedal, the Spearhead, that is always just like first in line, and it does all the stuff I need. And Lawrence, I told him everything I wanted, and he came back with it and was like, oh, this is awesome. So yeah, this is my pedal here. Love it. And so, you know, at first I'll do a whole video on the pedal, but so here's the boost. It just makes it come alive. It's more focused, more punchy. It just kind of like, I don't know, tightens everything up in a great way. And speaking of tightening up in a great way, and I've never seen this before on a pedal, there is this low cut. So, you know, the way to tighten up, and people use Boss SD1s and Tube Screamers to tighten up the bottom end. So this is just that low cut. You know, like there's a low cut on the Buxom Boost pedal from Friedman. That's great. There's a low cut on the Tilt, the Rev Tilt. So it's similar to that kind of thing, but integrated into the pedal. Here you go. So like, so a little wobbly. You know, it's like a little wumpy on the bottom. So I kick in the low cut. Even go higher. Now it's really tight, probably too tight, right? But what's cool, this is the cool part. I could take off the boost and just have the low cut, or I could have them both on, or I could turn them both off, and it's close enough together where I could kick them both on easily, or I could just do one or the other. Fantastic. That's so awesome. And there's more secrets to this pedal, which I'll show in another video, but that's game changer for me. All right, let's rewind a little bit for the signal path. The signal path would normally go to this NuX wireless. I was getting a little bit of noise, and I couldn't pinpoint where the noise was coming from. That's a downside of having this kind of complex rig without someone like a Dave Friedman to get rid of all the noise. So that's the downside. This is a noisier kind of rig because I'm 4-cabling through the quad Cortex and with the wireless and stuff. So I decided it was a tiny little space, so I'm like, I'm not going to use the wireless, and then I could turn it off. It's one less thing I'm powering. So I'm coming in through this Exotic EP Pro. I love this. It's a volume pedal. Sounds awesome. And then this really innovative kick pedal here, where you could kick the button. And you get an EP booster in there, controllable on the tiny little knobs on the side. So I love that. That's sort of like, oh, if I'm desperate and I'm like, oh, I'm out of pedals, you could just kick that. It's super great. And as a volume pedal, it's fantastic. It gives you so many colors. in between. So from the wireless, in theory, to the volume pedal, to the Spearhead, and then to the Past Effects OG1. This pedal is so cool. It's a Boss SD1 or a Boss OD1, but there's some extra little cool things that Past Effects did. Okay, this would be more of a typical SD1. Where the bottom gets fully cut out, which can be super cool, but man, that's not what I want always, especially when I'm recording. So there's 3 positions of bottom. So that's mega bottom end, and then there's a middle. It's awesome. I love the inherent tone of the Boss pedals. Blues Driver, SD1, OD1, all of them. But they cut so much bottom end, I find it frustrating. It's like, just give me some more. So the Past Effects fixes that problem in... Oh yeah, and this is switchable. So from SD mode to OD mode. It actually cuts the tone circuit out when you're in OD mode, and then SD mode puts the tone circuit back in. Freaking great. Okay, so then it goes to an RC booster. The reason for the RC booster is one reason it was to get kind of a more the edge kind of tone. So I have this channel 2, the quieter channel, lower gain on the Royalist. And then the RC booster kind of just added some nice bigness and harmonic richness to the sound. So none of these are programmed. This is all just analog front end. Then that makes its way into the Quad Cortex. So the quad hits the front end of the Quad Cortex where I have like noise gates programmed. Let me turn them off, see what happens when we go out of noise gate. I'm at my studio, so it's going to be much quieter than where it was. I had 2 noise gates going. So it's pretty noisy. The Royalist itself wasn't that noisy. There's something happening when you get, the way I have it set up. It's just coming in a little noisy. And I understand gain staging and stuff, so I'm not a complete ding-dong. Maybe that's just how it is. I'm not sure. But it's pretty noisy. And I don't love using noise gates, but that's really noisy. Especially, so in Kids in America, I double the keyboard part. So there's like this flanger. So the effects, this is why I did the Quad Cortex, and the downside of this kind of rig is the effects on the front end, I could put anything anywhere, right? And I have a favorite flanger pedal that this got pretty close to, but just, man, you have analog chorus and analog, anything, just there's something else about it. So, oh yeah, and then I would turn this to gig view. Yeah, so I know, okay, this is my normal rock sound. Here's the verse with the flanger. Here's the added phase 90 in there. I can turn off the extra gate if I want to. There you go. So, and then I could go to the next song by just going up or down. And you see it switching to the appropriate channel for the Royalist. I don't mind you coming here, wasting all my time. Okay, so like another tune. I was able to put an analog delay in front with modulation. So this is a thing I've been fighting, is that U2, the edge delay, and I had this programmed, and on the spot I go, oh, I need to tap tempo this, where it was like, duh, duh, duh. Yeah, and then this came up. I'm like, what was that? But something changed, and the divisions just went really long. I just didn't want to see it. It freaked me out. I was like, oh, and totally threw me off. So another of like, when I have too complicated of stuff, guitar is too hard to be working a computer while I'm playing guitar. So that's my take anyway. But I'm learning just like some of you are. Not all of you. Some of you are masters. Right? Not enough gain. Now that I hear that, boy, that's dry. Yeah, that's too dry. Michael, what are you doing? Add some sauce. Jeepers. Yeah, so then out of the quad Cortex, it goes to the PedalHead, and I'm going mono because I was going to a mono 412 cab. Now I have the Hot Tone Verbera, the Hot Tone Verbera up there, and that was going to be my always on delay until I decided to be too dry. Just like, duh. So some of these components are going to come over into my next iteration of the board, and I'll show you that when I make it through some testing with that. But I really enjoy the Royalist PedalHead combo, and tell you what I enjoy more than anything else is walking in with my gig bag and going boosh for the pedal board, and everything is there. And I'm just like, here, plug into the backline cab if I'm in rehearsals, and everything is there, guitar and the pedal board. That's amazing. Yeah, so fantastic. And I had more than enough volume from the PedalHead. I got to about noon, and I got to about noon on the Royalist. And I'm always kind of timid with my volume because we also have keyboards in the band. I try not to drown everybody else out. I had lots of headroom left to go. But this is a learning experience for me, so this is a fun one. I like this. This was good times. Well, hope you enjoy this. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.